The 10 News Weather Authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
Time now 7:16 as we have a live look at our Skycam network showing mostly cloudy skies over top of most of our sky cams. A little bit of sunshine here and there. Temperatures in the low to mid 60s across the board. Some spots in the 70s this evening. There is still a flood threat in effect as we are under a marginal risk highlighted here in green for much of the viewing area. Some spots under a slight risk. The closer you get to the Hill City and the closer you get to Highland County, that risk actually goes up just a little bit to a level 2 out of 4 for flooding. Tomorrow, going to be dealing with the potential for some flooding as there is still potential for some localized storms. So with that being said, there is a flood watch in effect until 2 a.m. tonight for Highland County, Rockbridge, Bath County, Appomattox, parts of Nelson as well, getting close to Amherst County as well. So going to see some of potentially some heavy rain in some of those areas throughout the rest of the night. But as we have a look at the radar across the board, very isolated light rain across parts of the Roanoke Valley, building out towards the north and east, also near Galax just to the north, riding right along I-77, dealing with a light shower at this time. But the bulk of the moisture and the bulk of the heavy stuff is right in and around parts of Southside. Lots of red here on radar. Just west of Martinsville is that cell that we were tracking about a half an hour ago that was tornado warned. There's still a special weather statement on there showing that there could be winds near 40 miles per hour, perhaps some small hail as well. But also we are tracking this sort of line of storms. It's going to be building off towards the north and east, building through parts of Chatham here very, very shortly, and then riding up 29. Now, throughout the rest of the evening, rain chances about 60 to 70% through the next couple of hours. Then they taper off to about 40% by 9-10 p.m. And that's because Future Tracker has a little bit of a break. But once we get to 11 p.m., that's when some more scattered showers start to build in from the south and west. And then notice this particular model sort of blows up some of the storms, especially pushing off a lot of the moisture to the east for parts of Lynchburg and Lexington. So maybe some heavy pockets of rain through the overnight hours. Once we get into about 3 a.m., the Roanoke Valley could see a heavy downpour of some rain. Then by 6 a.m., a lot of the moisture and a lot of the rain has pushed off. And if it hasn't, it's going to be very, very light in nature. What that leaves behind is mostly cloudy skies, also some patchy fog as we enter our Saturday morning. That means it's going to be fairly muggy out there. Temperature is going to be right about 60 degrees for most spots. Out in the NRV, 57 to 60. Up in the Highlands, 58 to 63. Likewise for Southside, Lynchburg, and the Roanoke Valley. For the rest of this upcoming weekend, 74 degrees on Saturday. Sunday, the trend is actually warmer. This morning, some of the models showed temperatures maxing out about 70 degrees or so, thanks to some cloud cover. However, the most recent runs showing that temperatures could be in the mid to upper 70s come Sunday afternoon because some of the clouds will actually be clearing up. So as we have a look at Future Tracker moving through parts of Saturday, once we get to about 1 p.m., we could see some isolated showers turn scattered by the late afternoon as we could be tracking again some potential for some windy conditions and some heavy rainfall at that time. Once we get to 11 a.m., notice low pressure is pushed off. So then we'll actually turn a little bit clearer. And as we head into next week, temperatures are actually going to be booming. They're going to be soaring as well as we get into the 80s. Let's have a look at your extended forecast. We go from 74 degrees tomorrow to 85 degrees by Wednesday.